This is a 500 Jamaican dollar note, but I'm not trying to sell you anything. Rather, I want to tell you the story of the priceless woman depicted on the note. Have you heard about Queen Nanny of the Maroons? Well, if you haven't, then listen up, because she's one of the most important African anti-colonial leaders in the Caribbean, and her story is one of legendary status. It's widely thought that Nanny, also referred to as Granny Nanny or Queen Nanny, came from the Ashanti tribe of present-day Ghana. She was enslaved and sent to Jamaica, not by the transatlantic slave trade, because the Atlantic Ocean never enslaved anyone, but by European colonizers and slave traders. After surviving that horrific ordeal and being sold into slavery, she escaped from the plantations into the mountains. She founded an autonomous community of self-emancipated people in eastern Jamaica who became known as the Maroons. Specifically, Nanny and one of her brothers founded a village in the Blue Mountains, which became known as Nanny Town. Nanny mounted numerous successful raids to free slaves held on plantations. Her efforts, it's estimated, contributed to the escape of almost 1,000 slaves over her lifetime. Nanny had unique leadership qualities and skills in organizing guerrilla resistance. She taught her warriors the art of concealment, misdirection, and ambush. She was a practitioner of obeah, a term used in the Caribbean to describe folk magic and religion based on West African influences. Her influence and success was so immense that she was credited with having supernatural powers. British colonials became embarrassed as the Maroons thrived and multiplied. Slave owners were losing equipment, getting their crops burnt, and most importantly, losing people through successful raids. And so British colonials sent soldiers and mercenaries to find and fight Nanny's Maroons in the jungles of eastern Jamaica. This period from 1720 to 1739 was known as the First Maroon War. In the early 1730s, a British commander claimed to have destroyed Nanny Town and killed the Queen. But he had not destroyed the Maroons. Far from it, actually. Other accounts suggest that she and some survivors took refuge near the Rio Grande in Jamaica. By the war's end, the British had suffered major losses and were chasing a peace treaty. They settled the peace accord with Nanny's brother in 1739 to 1740. The treaty stopped the hostilities and provided for state-sanctioned freedom for the Maroons and granted 500 acres of land to Nanny and her people. The village built on this land became known as the new Nanny Town. In 1975, the Jamaican government recognized Queen Nanny of the Maroons as a Jamaican national hero. She is the only woman and the only Maroon in the national pantheon. Apart from currency, her iconic and inspirational life is celebrated in portraits and poems across Jamaica. She symbolizes resistance, unity, and power in Jamaican history, and is a reminder of the roots, pride, and strength of African people who did not submit to slavery, instead fought for their freedom until the end.